Hello again everyone, Ageofdune here, and we are back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. Just got done watching the LCS for today, and that was really entertaining. So, wanted to go ahead and cast my game now, so I can go ahead and see what's going on. I saw that Voyboy had just started streaming, and I figured that would be a good way to get into one of his games, because I knew it was just beginning, so there's no reason for me to go ahead and wait. So I went to his stream, watched for it to get to the 2-minute mark, and just started observing it right then and there. And yeah, looking forward to it. Looks like he's going to be Gragas. He's currently mid lane, and we've actually got a bit of an invade going on here from the red team. They are waiting in the tri-bush here, and I'm not sure what exactly they're planning on doing. I don't know if they're going to go for red. Probably going to go for red, but we'll see soon, I think. Let's see. Riven's going to... Oh, hold on. They are going in now. Lands the cleaver on the Ezreal. Ezreal's trying to... He queued first. And just gets missed by that. And they're going to go ahead and go for him. He gets pulled there by the Blitzcrank. And he's going to go down to the Cho'Gath. So that is first blood for the red team. That's not really a good start if you're the blue team. Not looking good at all. Unfortunately for Ezreal, he had already skilled up his Q. So he was not able to Arcane Flash out of that. He also didn't do a regular Flash. So... ended up going down to that. He probably could have escaped had he either flashed or used his arcane shift. Although he might not have been able to had they decided to turn dive him. I don't know. I still think that had he gone ahead and flashed slightly sooner, he actually might have been able to escape that. But I guess he figured that he was going to get out of it. Nope, not so much. Alright, so on the top lane for the blue team, we've got Riven, played by AKSN1 per. The top lane for the red team is going to be Mundo, played by Kenny. I'm pretty sure I've seen him before. Name definitely sounds familiar. Voyboy is playing Gragas in the mid lane for the blue team. Wow, Riven's actually done a lot of damage here to the Mundo already. Not so good for Mundo. He's got to watch out because she can get... Yeah, there we go. Goes in on him again with the Q. Takes him down to about a quarter of his health. And he's having a lot of problems already. Caitlyn down bottom just got chunked a lot there, and I'm not sure exactly how. There we go. Leona went in on her and goes in and just roots her in place. There's the pull there from Blitzcrank. The ignite comes out, and Caitlyn's getting really close to being dead. She flashes and just barely dodges that Q, though, so she will get out of this. And the blue team is forced to fall back, as they're actually pretty low as well. Alright, so... Gragas is going to be against Karthus, who I've actually not seen in quite some time. He's played by Trisexual. Not quite sure how that works, but I'm pretty sure I've seen his name before, too. I'm pretty sure I commented on it. Oh, Shaco is invading the Cho'Gath here. And Cho'Gath's being forced to walk away there. Oh, that did go to the Shaco there. Shaco did get that blue buff. In comes the Blitzcrank. Oh, that failed jump there. And... doesn't matter, he's just going to go ahead and go in on the Cho'Gath there. Cho'Gath is forced to flash. In came the Leona. It looks like Cho'Gath is going to get out of this. And Leona and Shaco are going to be forced to walk away. But either way, Shaco did actually get the blue buff from Cho'Gath there. And Cho'Gath is one of those that absolutely needs his blue buff early game. It sucks if you're a Cho'Gath and you're jungling and you don't have blue buff. It's kind of like a movie. Not quite as bad, I think. But it's pretty darn bad. He does at least have the AoE damage, so it'll go down a little faster. But either way, it still sucks not having that blue buff. And, yeah, he's going to have a really nasty time jungling. So we'll have to see what ends up happening there. Alright, ADCs. We've got Ezreal, played by Bob Quinn XD, versus Caitlyn, played by Alez. The supports, we've got Willie is Bad, playing Leona, versus Blitzcrank, played by... Sata Ship, please. Sata Ship? Not sure. Not sure what Sata Ship is. Alright. We've got Young Mini. I know I've had him on my channel before. He is playing Shaco, and Cho'Gath is played by Winnow. I'm pretty sure I've seen him before, too. He's actually not having too much trouble at the moment. He's just going ahead using that... his auto attacks coupled with the AoE auto attack modifier just to go ahead and rip through him. And to be fair, I mean, every time something dies, he does get mana and health back. So that actually does make this a whole lot less unpleasant for him. I did actually forget about that. It's still unpleasant, but it's nowhere near a Moo without blue unpleasant. That tends to suck a little bit. And you can see he's back up to full health. So I might have overestimated the unpleasantness. I don't know if that's a new thing, or maybe his runes and masteries or something. I'm not sure what all is going on. Ooh, in comes the Shaco. Gonna go in, does start going in on the Karthus. They force the flash. Karthus is gonna get out of this, but his flash is down, so that next gank is not gonna go nearly as well as this one did. Alright, up top, we've got Riven keeping Mundo pressed under his tower, but unfortunately for her, that means she's not actually depriving him of all that much. CS-wise, he's only 3 behind her, and now 2 behind her, so she's made him miss 2 CS comparatively. So, definitely not having that great of a time there. And she keeps doing a lot of damage to him, as you see there. But it's not really making that much of a difference, in all honesty. I mean, she's not able to kill him. Right now, she is going to make him miss at least 1 wave, though. So that is definitely something. Oh, Shaco, what you doing? What's Shaco doing here? What was he doing here? Was he... Alright, he was stealing the Wraiths here. Going in on him, and actually, it does go to him. Well, no, he went back in on Cho'Gath. That's what happened. He went back in on the Cho'Gath, put his box down. Cho'Gath's taking a decent amount of damage. Got feared there, but in comes the Karthus. The Cho'Gath does go down. I didn't even notice that before. Shaco's doing his best to get out. Oh, that deceived. Just barely deceived away from the Q from Karthus. He's in this bush, and he's got to watch out, though, because they can come at him. He does put a box there, so if they go in there, it's going to hit them. And Mundo is immediately feared. Now Shaco has to get out of this. Dodges the Q there. Immediately jumps back this way. And jukes the Mundo out. Mundo flashed over that way. It did blow Mundo's flash, but I think Shaco is still dead here. Yeah, Shaco does indeed die. But he actually made them blow a lot there. I mean, I'm pretty sure we got a flash from Karthus. We did. We got a flash from Mundo. Actually, the flash from Karthus came when he got ganked. But the flash from Mundo is pretty big. That means that he can get ganked now. Nice pop-up there from Blitzcrank. That was pretty good. In comes a teleport, and Mundo is gone in, and the Leona's gonna go down. Kill goes to Caitlyn. There we go. That was a good teleport. Very good indeed. And that is going to really hurt the Ezreal. He's forced to go back here. But yeah, Shigu going down, definitely not a good thing for him, but the fact that he did use that flash was actually a good thing for him because he can gank, and it's going to be a whole lot harder for Mundo to deal with Riven now because, you know, a lot of times you can play fairly aggressive because you know that you can get out if you absolutely need to. So it completely changes up your play style, and he's going to have to be a whole lot more cautious now, and Riven may be able to take him down by herself. We'll see, though. He didn't end up losing too much CS, although he is currently 20 CS behind. So she actually was able to shove because, you know, he did spend a lot of time there chasing down that Shaco. In all honesty, he really did. And that hurt him as well. That, the flash, everything put together means that Shaco really took a lot out of them. And Riven's now going into the Cho'Gath. She manages to take him down as well. Now she's got to get away from the Mundo. There's her punch up. She does get hit by the stun there. I mean, by the cleaver. And now in goes Gragas to help. The ulti comes out from Mundo. And it looks like Gragas coming up there was enough to save that Riven. So this Cho'Gath is just having a really bad time this game. He is not... They are not treating him very nice at all. Not that I think they should, because that would be stupid. But they aren't. And all in all, he's just not having a good game. Voyboy had a nice reaction time there to go ahead and go up to save the Riven. And all in all, that ended up going pretty well there for the blue team. They're still 1 kill behind. But honestly, they're not doing too bad. This did give Mundo the opportunity to go ahead and catch up some on CS, though. He is now 10 CS behind, whereas before he was 20. So, definitely started catching up there, but Riven's about to get a lot of CS right here. Oh, never mind. That's his CS. I do that a lot. So she just missed out on that CS action, or he just missed out on that CS. And she is indeed going to get a lot of CS there because there's a pretty big wave just waiting for her. Mundo's going to go ahead and head back, and she is going to take this time to go ahead and widen up that gap again. We have another gank going on down here. Let's slow this down a little bit. All right. Well, not slow down, but rewind it a little bit. There we go. Ezreal getting a Q off there on the Caitlyn. And pretty soon, from the looks of it, we saw a Leona go in. Would be my guess. Can we get that? Oh, there we go. She goes in on the Blitzcrank, actually. Manages to stun the Caitlyn. The Q comes out from the Ezreal. Caitlyn nets out, though. And Leona's still chasing this. She is forced to go ahead and start falling back. The ult comes out from Blitzcrank. He tries to grab, misses it. In comes the Shaco. There's a teleport coming in on this minion. So the blue team's going to be forced to fall back. Looks like Leona wants to go back in. She needs to watch out here. There's the barrier from the Caitlyn. Karthus is coming in from behind. The pull comes out from Blitzcrank onto his Shaco. Doesn't end up doing too much. And now we have the blue team bot lane going in on the Karthus while Shaco tries to take down the Blitz. His clone did not end up finishing him out, and he's getting really low himself. Leona's now trying her best to get out of this. Ezreal did successfully escape, but... oh... I thought Shaco was going to get out, but he did not get out, and he ended up going down. Now the only thing left is if Ezreal can take down this Caitlyn. I don't think so. He's going to go back, which honestly, I think that's a good idea. Okay. He did hit his ulti on her, but it wasn't enough to save it, and now he stayed a little bit too long. Cho'Gath is going in on him. Oh, nice flash. Just barely dodges that pop-up. Almost goes down, but he did end up escaping just barely. So... all in all, that was a great fight there for the red team. They've got multiple teleports on their team. They've got Mundo with a teleport. They've got Karthus with a teleport. And for that matter, they've got Karthus with the ulti of Doom. Hit you anywhere on the map. So they're definitely going to be very strong in the laning phase. Also, they're going to be really good at split pushing. Because you can have somebody like Karthus just go split push. And there's a team fight happening. He said, okay, teleport. So it's definitely something that the blue team needs to keep in mind, especially those teleports right now in the laning phase. Right now, Mundo and Karthus both have their teleports down. Now is a great time to do whatever the heck they can to try to even that up. But at the same time, they've already missed out on so much by, dying, and they've given so much that I'm not really sure that they can outduel the enemy right now. It would definitely be very difficult. Gragas can probably do so. He's at 86 CS versus a 71 CS Karthus. But Karthus is building more tanky right now. So he doesn't have quite the amount of damage that Gragas does. So I think that all in all, Gragas could probably go ahead and burst the heck out of him. And there we go. There's the burst. The ulti comes out. He goes in. There he goes on the Karthus. And they do indeed take him down. The kill actually goes to Shaco, interestingly. Which probably does not have Voyboy too happy. But... it actually isn't too bad because it does mean that there's more gold for the blue team, and they still managed to take down that Karthus. It's also giving them the opportunity to go ahead and go in on this tower. We'll come back to this in a moment. In the meantime, we saw some action going on down here. Blitzcrank just warding up, Caitlyn just pushing. Probably going to do some damage to the tower. There we go. In goes the Leona, though. The ulti comes out from Ezreal, manages to land there. Caitlyn's getting really low really fast. The ulti comes out from Leona. Caitlyn forced to flash. And Blitzcrank is actually taking quite a bit. The ulti comes out from the Caitlyn now, does manage to take down the Leona, and there was not enough follow-through from Ezreal to go ahead and finish that off, so they ended up taking her down. Blue team did take down the tower, as expected, but that little engagement there from Leona Ezreal did not go nearly as well as planned. For one thing, the Ezreal changing focus to the Blitzcrank there was probably not the best of ideas, but at the same time, he was kind of zoned by Blitzcrank, so I'm not sure he really had a choice. But either way, Caitlyn was able to just sit there damage the whole time, and she didn't really take much damage. She got chunked really hard there at the very beginning. And then after that, it just didn't even matter, because she didn't take any more damage. So all that damage they did to her didn't even benefit at all. But we did have a lane gank a gank turret dive actually, going in here on the Mundo. We've got Shaco coming in. There we go. Riven jumps in. The Shaco comes in as well. And Riven actually manages to solo this before Shaco can even get here. But honestly, that's okay, because that gives them the opportunity to go ahead and take their second tower kill of the game. Riven is just going ahead proxying a little bit here to go ahead and get the minions while Shaco finishes off the tower. And that tower is gone. A little bit of a fight going on down here, and we just saw the result of it. Darn it! I tried to go back, did not get back fast enough. But anyway, there we go. The one barrel comes out, he runs into him, and there we go. Karthus is trying his best to get out. He's doing a lot of damage to Voyboy, actually. But you've got to remember, Gragas has a lot of burst. He still has his ulti, even after all that. So really, he could have burst even faster than he did. He instead chose to use his abilities to burst slowly, which I guess makes it not really burst. But it does give him the opportunity to try to steal this dragon. There we go. Cho'Gath goes down. In goes the Gragas. He's got that ulti. He's probably about to... Yes, there we go. There's the usage of it. And it does end up making it so they can take down the Blitzcrank. But there is the Karthus ulti. The Karthus ulti did a lot of damage there. Gragas is just about dead. They have zoned the Caitlyn, though. And I think her ulti is up. So if they're not careful, she could end up taking down Voyboy. No, she's just going to go back to lane. And this dragon is going to go to the blue team. By the way, best Ezreal skin. Definitely. I like that Ezreal skin. Not? Okay, that was fake. Fake Shaco. I was like, why are you up there? But no, it's fake Shaco. And Riven's just going to go ahead and counter juggle now. Because why not, right? Man, life sucks for Cho'Gath this game. He is 8. Whereas the lowest... Well, actually, I mean, he's ahead of the enemy support. And... he's actually tied with the enemy jungler, so I guess he's not doing too poorly, honestly. And come to think of it, he's had a rough start there, but even with all the deaths he's had, he's still kept up in levels. And farm-wise, he's actually ahead of the Shaco. So it does go to show that Cho'Gath is actually a pretty darn good jungler when he's able to come back from all of that damage that he was given. Now... Gragas came up here to go ahead and shove this back while it looks like Riven is actually getting in position for a gank here. They're going to probably turret dive this. There we go. Leona gets pulled and she goes in on the Caitlyn who just immediately gets bursted. Now they're going in on the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank goes down. Karthus teleported in and he's trying his best to finish him off. But no, Riven's going to rip him to shreds now and she's going to get out of that. Ezreal's low and he chose to auto attack right there in the Q range. He almost died there. You don't want to auto-attack in Q range if you're not going to dodge. And he got hit by 2 Qs there. Just about died, but he did end up escaping. So, that's good. Cho'Gath coming back down. Not really going to matter. He's just going to be able to keep them off the tower. In the meantime, though, Shaco was able to go ahead and steal up his blue buff. And up top, we had Gragas going in again on the Mundo. And this time, finishing off the Mundo. There is the ulti from Gragas. Punted him against the wall. The stun did a lot. There we go. Flash and the jump there. Little late on the ulti there, Mundo. And that was after the ignite had already been applied. So Gragas was easily able to finish off that Mundo. He thought he'd be okay. Not so much. And we have them going in on the Cho'Gath as well. Who, for a little bit, I thought was just going to push this up and then give that up. But they have a ward here. And I guess they figured that, no, Riven's going to be good and not go back. And she says, no, I'm not. I'm going in. Lands that stun on him, just ripping him apart already. The Q comes out, pumps him up. In goes the Leona and Shaco combo, and Cho'Gath knows he's in trouble. The Ignite comes out, and he goes down to the Shaco. In comes the Caitlyn Q, or not Q. What the heck are you talking about? The ulti there from Caitlyn does do a decent amount of damage to the Shaco, but it was not able to finish her off because he was shooting. Well, he was shooting for Riven, and it was not able to finish the Riven off because of the fact that the Shaco blocked it. We also had them go in. They immediately turned around and went in onto the Caitlyn, and they took her down and turned from her onto Blitzcrank, turret dove it. They were at that low of life, but they were still able to turret dive this without anyone dying, which is kind of amazing. That was a really good play by them. Just going ahead, diving in there, and trading off on the turret, and just utterly dominating them. Gragas going in on the... Karthus again. Karthus goes down. Voyboy actually took a decent amount of damage there. I don't think he's going to die. Karthus does have ult, but I don't think he's going to choose to do it. No, he's not. So Voyboy is going to escape out of this one yet again, and he is actually getting really fed. He is 5-0-1. He's doing really well this game. This game. So as of right now, looking at current standings for, Voyboy, he's actually only Platinum 1. But, I mean, it's the very beginning of the season. Oh, they're going into the Cho'Gath. We'll continue this in a moment. The ulti comes out from Ezreal. They are just chunking Cho'Gath, but he is going to escape this. So, yeah, Voyboy is currently Platinum 1, but he is currently on a 15-game win streak from what his Twitter says. He has not lost a game yet. Oh, Karthus, you came too far out. Immediately gets stunned, and he just dies there instantly. Ulti comes out from Caitlyn. Riven takes it, doesn't go down, and she is going to be fine. Dang. I'm not sure why Karthus decided to come out there. I guess he didn't realize that there was somebody waiting right there, or he thought he could get under the tower and keep himself safe. But that was not at all the way it worked, and he just ended up dying. But yeah, from the looks of it, I think Voyboy's at 100 LP, so I think he's on his promotion series this game for Diamond. And I would not be surprised to see him get Diamond by the end of the night. He intends to just make it all the way to Challenger without losing any games. I doubt that one will happen, but I would not be surprised to see him get to Diamond without losing games. I mean, yeah, it's Voyboy, and yeah. Platinum's not much of a challenge for somebody of Voyboy's caliber. Pretty much anybody in the LCS, they're just going to rip right through the ladder with no problem whatsoever. Alright, so Ezreal was a little overextended, actually a lot overextended. Nobody's around. He E'd into that pop-up there from Cho'Gath and ended up going down to that Karthus. Not such a good move on his part. He could have E'd elsewhere, couldn't he? Let's see. There we go. He sees it there. I guess... Darn it. Let me see. Hold on. Stupid thing. Alright. So let's see. There we go. There is the E. Or there we go. We see the Cho'Gath Q right there. It looks like he was already queuing up the animation. But if not, he should have jumped more this way, and he might have actually been able to get out of that. Karthus is right here. Karthus would not have been able to catch up to him had he not gotten hit by that Q. But because of the fact that he did... He ended up getting slowed there, gets slowed by the Karthus, and that meant that he was going to die. It's got to be that he had already queued that up beforehand, because I cannot see somebody making the mistake of jumping into a Cho'Gath pop-up. That is just a terrible idea. And either way, it did not go well for him at all. Mundo apparently decided to go in on the Shaco there, and Shaco clone is almost going to take him down. It's going to get the minions instead, and Mundo was actually able to keep the Shaco off the tower. There's his ulti, and Shaco is going to be forced to run. He's not running though, and in comes the rest of the blue team. He goes out and deceives and runs into the bush. The cleaver comes out from Mundo and hits him, and he says, I'm dead. Nothing I can do, and he just sits there in the bush and lets them kill him. Because honestly, there really wasn't anything he could do. Flashing would have been terrible, and he doesn't even have flash, so that's kind of immaterial. But even if he did, flashing would have been useless, because he wouldn't have gotten out. He just would have wasted flash, and there's really nothing he could do this time that could get him anywhere. So he just gave up there, probably opened the shop and said, well, I'm about to be back, so I might as well buy. But in the meantime, it did actually apply enough pressure that Riven and Leona are down here. Riven's going into the tower, Leona's just hanging out in the bush, I guess waiting for a gank. And Ezreal's getting attacked again. Oh, Cho'Gath. Alright, there we go. Ezreal is there, and he's going in on the Karthus, landing Qs, just auto-attacking like crazy. E's out, there's his ulti, and the Karthus does go down, forces him to pop barrier, but he still goes down to the Karthus. And was that an ult? That was an ult. So that was actually a wasted ult. So that's actually a good thing there. You can go ahead and see that, because Ezreal died. But I guess he didn't figure that Ezreal was going to die, and he'd already queued that up. So it ended up doing very little damage to the rest of the blue team, but... Oh, okay. Had that not been blocked, it actually would have gotten him an assist. But we do still have Mundo chasing here. If he can land a cleaver on... Nope, dodge that one. And Riven's going to go back in. She goes in, lands the stun there, just bursts down the Blitzcrank, goes in, takes down the Caitlyn. Mundo's the only one left. Leona's there to help her. And she may be able to burst him down. No, she is going to go down, but in comes the Shaco. Mundo's in a bit of trouble now. He does have Ignite, but the teleport's coming in from Karthus. And they are going to force the Shaco to die, actually. I was about to say force him to run away, but no, he ended up dying. But, in the meantime, Gragas is up here saying, hey guys, I'm getting your tower. But he's got to run back pretty soon, or he is going to be in a world of trouble himself. Manages to dodge the Q there from the Cho'Gath by not even moving, because that was a really strangely placed thing, I guess just to make sure that Voyboy didn't run. But the flash comes out from Blitzcrank, and I have a feeling we're about to see Voyboy die. Yes, we did indeed see him die. He tried to take down the Karthus, or kind of sort of tried to take him down first. He did force him to fall back, but did not manage to give himself the survival. Which actually makes no sense. But anyway, he didn't manage to survive it, and he went down. Ezreal's going to go ahead, steal the blue buff here, Places a ward right outside the bush. Not so good. Sorry about that. Yeah, just barely missed that. Leona's here to back him up if he needs it. Not going to need it because nobody even came. And now Leona just starts the dragon here. Ezreal comes down to help her out. We do have Blitzcrank on the way down, so he's going to ward it very shortly. I don't really think he's going to be able to do anything about it, though. There we go. There's the ward. Leona and Ezreal are both going in on the dragon, and in comes the Mundo. It is actually forcing the blue team back. They are having to run away. The ulti comes out from Leona, and Leona actually goes down to that Caitlyn ulti. The Ezreal flash is going to make him escape, but the red team was able to take down the dragon because nobody else from the blue team came. Now they're diving the Ezreal. He gets slowed by Karthus. He's going to double flash there using his E and then sit there in the bush and then die. So, not sure his double flash there was worth it. I think he was trying to use his ulti, but they were not even close to low enough that that would actually be useful. Maybe he was going to try to clear this out, but I don't think so. I think had he kept running, he had a chance to escape, but by just sitting there in that bush, he did not. He might have been trying to juke it, but I don't know. I just don't know. Either way, he ended up going down. Riven's now going off, 1 versus 3, dying to that Karthus. She did manage to take down the Blitzcrank beforehand, though, and unfortunately for her, not really going to be able to be nothing to be done because Caitlyn's still up and Mundo's still up. That's a lot of damage from the red team, and Voyboy is going to be forced back. Shaco is just going back to the jungle now. He is at least able to counter jungle the enemy team like crazy. So you don't have to worry about the enemy team getting pretty much anything from their jungle. But even still, not so good for them. There we go. The ward comes out from Leona. She's going to go and ward that bush, forces that Karthus back. Mundo's coming over, but I don't think it really matters. Oh, she almost went in on that. Voyboy did go in on that. The ulti comes out from her, but the entire enemy team is there. There's the Caitlyn ulti onto Gragas. Gragas is trying his best to run away from this. He's dodging the heck out of those Karthus Qs. He is going to escape this. But in the meantime, Leona, for some reason, decided to go back in on that. There we go. There's the stun. I guess she decided to go ahead and help. No, she knows that he's out. She could go ahead and run away. No, she goes in. I don't really know what she did there. I guess she figured that she wasn't going to be getting out anyway, so might as well just go ahead and make absolutely sure that Voyboy gets out. It's the only thing I could think of there. Let's see, she doesn't have flash or anything, does she? No, she doesn't. So yeah, she knew she wasn't going to get out of that. They had the slow hunter already, so she figured I might as well just go ahead and delay them as much as possible before I die. And that is exactly what she did. It did pull them away from Gragas. They realized they probably weren't going to be able to do it to kill Gragas, and they decided it wasn't really worth even trying, given the fact that there was an easier kill there. So there we go. Ezreal gets hit by another pop-up. He's going to go down again. Not having a good game there. Blitzcrank uses his rush item there. Going to go ahead and not really do too much. Tried to grab the Gragas. Not going to happen. Mundo and Shaco are actually going in on it. Going at it down here. There we go. Down goes the Ezreal. We saw that already. And Mundo and Shaco getting in their little fight here. Mundo's just kind of ignoring Shaco for the moment. The fear comes out. The ulti comes out. And he's just doing his best to go in on him. Out comes the Karthus ulti. And that means the Shaco's going to die. Shaco. Why? Oh, man, this game is not going so well for Voyboy. It started out really well, but it's very rapidly turned around. Blitzcrank is going to go down. Kill actually goes to the Leona. Now the Riven comes back in. The Cho'Gath goes down. Flash comes out from Leona. She stuns the Karthus there. He goes down as well. She's going to go down to the Karthus, though. But it does mean that ended up being a 3 for 2, including the Shaco. I mean, he wasn't at the fight, but he still ended up going down. So, not too bad, and now Mundo's got to watch out because they can go in and go ahead and take him down. Gragas is coming around this way. Riven is chasing him through the jungle, and Gragas is probably going to jump over this wall at him. There we go. There's the Gragas. Rolls the barrel, hits him a little bit. Riven is trying her best to chase, gets slowed there by the cleaver. They're probably not going to catch him, but they are trying their best. There we go. Voyboy does the run flash thing. Did some damage there, and Mundo might actually go down now. There we go. Gets popped up with the Q, and he does get shut down by Riven. So, nice little jump there. I do like the body slam flash thing. You start the body slam and then you flash afterwards. That's actually really kind of cool because it gives people so much less time to react. Because it does have a slight animation that starts as soon as you start the spell. So when you do it first and then flash, it makes people think first off that you're just trying to get within range of them and not actually hit them. And then all of a sudden you do hit them because you flashed right into range. So it kind of trips people out. The same thing works for Vi. I've been trying her in normals and stuff, and that's actually a pretty cool ability there. Charge up her charge, and then flash as it goes off, and you get in range to go ahead and hit somebody who you weren't even close to shortly before. And I found that to be very, very fun. As a side note, Vi is really strong. First time I tried her in the jungle, I actually did decent. I didn't go too bad, and given the fact that I was still wearing my Tarek runes and masteries, I'm pretty happy with how well I did. Second game, I made sure to actually have Vi runes and masteries, and I just dominated. I ended up getting legendary that game, and it was just great. But so yeah, all in all, I think she's a fun champion. And I may end up using her more in my ranked games fairly soon if I end up getting jungle again. Replace, switch out between her and Olaf now, just to give a little bit more variety. Because honestly, I do think she's a strong champion, and she does definitely fit my playstyle. The whole running in thing, yeah, it's just great. There we go. We do have a bit of a fight breaking out here. The Blitzcrank is trying his best to run out. There we go. In goes the Leona. Lands there on the Cho'Gath. Here's the team fight screen. The Ezreal ulti comes out. Hits just Karthus. In comes the teleport from Mundo. Gragas gets silenced there from the Blitzcrank. He's trying his best to avoid this. There we go. Here's his ulti. Punts everybody back. He's going into the Blitzcrank. Pops his shield. Blitzcrank is not dead yet. The pull comes out, but Blitzcrank does go down because Voyboy's barrel was on the way. In goes the Riven. She doesn't actually kill anybody quite yet. Caitlyn, Cho'Gath, and Mundo are all really low. In comes the Shaco from behind. Caitlyn goes down. Mundo's really low, but he's healing up. Riven's going in, gonna take out that Karthus. Karthus goes down. They're trying to take down the Mundo now. Mundo's not gonna go down, and there's the Karthus ulti, which is gonna take down the Shaco. Oh, man. Just kidding. Wait, did Ezreal die to that? Or did Ezreal die to something else? I'm pretty sure Ezreal died to that. I mean, he's almost at half health. Alright, so there we go. He's sitting there, and yeah, he died to that from that much No. Oh, he yet again got within range of the Q, and he got finished off by a Q. That play by Shaco was pretty amazing. I actually didn't realize you could do that. He ended up using his ulti just before the Karthus ult hit, and using the ulti apparently clears that Karthus ulti, so he ended up not getting hit at all. But Ezreal yet again getting too close to that Karthus, and this is like the third time this game. He's fighting too close to Karthus. After Karthus dies, you don't want to fight near enough to him that you get hit with Qs. And he's done that multiple times now, and that is just yet another death in the string of them. Great for Karthus. Sucks for Ezreal. Awesome for Shaco. That was that was amazing. I liked that play. I didn't realize that was possible, and I have a feeling Karthus probably didn't know either. Shaco's just sweeping up for a dragon here. Let's go ahead and get out of this screen. Making sure that there's no wards. There aren't, but it doesn't matter. Dragon's not anywhere close to coming up anyway. No, Shaco, you don't want to go in on Mundo. He is pinging for everybody else, and we do indeed see the rest of the blue team reacting here. Riven's on her way over, Leona's on her way over, and Mundo's going to be forced to run here very shortly. In goes the Shaco. Going to go ahead, go in on the minions, and Mundo says, oh, I could take that down. Oh, surprise, there's a very, very, very fast Riven there. She's going in. The ulti comes out from Leona. She jumps to him, stuns him. He's trying his best to get out of this. He's gonna go down. And down he goes down. Down he goes down. Really? Kill ends up going to Voyboy. And Ezreal is caught out again. Manages to dodge the pull there from Blitzcrank, though, so he is actually going to escape this. Not too bad there, but he's got me-style positioning. He has about the same, well, probably not the same level. I would probably have died there. But I always have really bad positioning on my ADC, and that's why I don't play ADC. And that's kind of seemed to be what's going on with him. He just has really bad ADC positioning. Alright, there we go. They're going in on the tower, doing a decent amount of damage there. They put a ward over, but Blitzcrank went ahead and sweepered there. Oh, the flash comes out from Leona. She's going in, going to try to take down the Blitzcrank. The Ezreal ulti misses completely. But going in, going to go ahead and try to burst down the Karthus. Karthus uses the Zhonya's and flashes out, but Riven flashes to him, uses that ulti, goes in and finishes him off, but he gets eaten by, or she gets eaten by the Cho'Gath. Ezreal then gets onto another pop-up there from Cho'Gath, and Gragas is now forced to run away. Ezreal did die. Nice flash there from Gragas, gets him out of the range of the pop-up from Cho'Gath, but he still ends up going down, but that did give Shaco plenty of time to go ahead and take down this turret. Now Shaco's got to try to escape, dodges that Blitzcrank pull, and deceive. Oh, he's going to get out of this. No, not yet, but sorry, he does go ahead and use his Jack-in-the-Box to eat the Mundo thing. Nice dodge there. Probably going to deceive over this wall. Oh, he deceives backwards. He's going to go down to red buff. Not gonna help, though. Good plays, though. I like the Jack-in-the-Box blocking there. All in all, he is actually a really good Shaco player. I'm getting the feeling he's probably a Shaco main. Let's see. Young Mini. Alright, but take a look at it. They're getting another tower here, by the way. Ranked stats. So far, he's done 8 Shaco games with 7 losses this season. And he's actually Diamond 5 at the moment. But yeah, Season 3, Shaco. Actually, he didn't play Shaco at all last season. Wait. This says he didn't play at all last season. I'm pretty sure he did. I could be wrong, though. 314 games of Shaco in Season 2, though. So he actually may be somebody I didn't see at all in Season 3. I'm not sure. I thought I did, but apparently he did not. He did not do any ranked whatsoever in Season 3, according to LOL King. Could just be out of date or something. I don't know. Or it could just be wrong. I don't know. I thought for sure I'd seen him before in Season 3, but I might just be misremembering. I definitely know I've seen him before, but I'm not sure exactly how long ago that was. Either way, I find his Shaco pretty darn impressive. Still not the greatest thing. He does get into fights with Mundo a lot, but he's still really good at what he does. We do see, it looks like the red team coming over here to go in on Baron. They get picked up by this pink ward, so the blue team's going to know, and the fact that the blue team knows is going to force the red team to fall back. There's a ward there from Riven. The speed boost comes out from Blitzcrank. Going to go ahead and use that idol, or what is it, Nomad's coin? Nomad, Talisman of Ascension. It is Nomad's Medallion, the grown-up version. But he did use that, didn't end up getting anything out of it. There's another ward here, so it does pick up the fact that the red team is going in on this again. There's pings mid lane, and we see the blue team kind of converging over here. We do have the Ezreal caught out of position here. He's trying to group up. Mundo is pressing like crazy down bottom. And now, are we going to see a Baron or not? There we go. These guys are still sitting around here. We're not seeing anybody going in on this yet. Mundo's getting turrets down there. Shaco is pushing up here. He's going after that inhibitor. He's really not able to do too much fighting. Oh, the Q comes out from Cho'Gath, which means that Baron is going to be aggroed. There we go. Shaco going in on that inhibitor. Going to go ahead and take it down pretty quickly. The teleport comes out from Karthus, and it means that he is actually going to be prevented from taking that down. But that fact meant that the blue team down here could actually go in onto that Baron. They do have a ward, and there's the teleport from Mundo going in on them, so they are forced to fall back as well. But in goes the Shaco onto that inhibitor again, forcing Karthus to not assist his allies. Karthus is actually a large part of the damage. Out comes the Ezreal ult. Going in, Blitzcrank forced to run. He's getting pretty low. Karthus did take down the Shaco, but Riven is just ripping everything apart. Took down the Caitlyn. Ezreal finished off the Cho'Gath. Mundo's on the run now. And he is actually really fast at the moment, so he may end up getting out of this. He will indeed, but the blue team says, well, what are we going to do? Are we going to go for the tower, or are we going to go for Baron? It looks like they're going to go ahead and go for this tower here. It's currently a 3 versus 4, and pings on Baron, pings on tower. Tower seems to be winning out, and they are indeed going for the tower. No minions here at the moment, but there will be minions here fairly soon. But Karthus is here, who's got really good wave clear. So I don't think they're going to be able to do this. And now they are indeed falling back, and they're just falling back into disarray. Some people heading down to Dragon, which is actually only Leona. Ezreal kind of appears to be heading over to Baron. He's going to actually be on a pink ward. There you go. Now he's going to take it down. I was about to say. And Riven's going to go ahead and assist Leona with this dragon here. And they are going to get that. Alright. So Blitzcrank just rewarding up the Baron, making sure that they don't get to steal it. And Ezreal going to go ahead and head back. No Baron yet. The blue team did manage to get this inhibitor. I think it was actually the Shaco that did it. And that means that this lane is going to be pushing down bottom. We do see the super minions already here. So the red team's already going to have to play more defensive. Which means that the blue team may end up capitalizing on this to go for that Baron. They're working their way over there. Mundo is down bottom. His teleport is down. So if he's going to assist in a team fight, he's going to have to walk all the way over here. And we don't see him moving yet. Blue team is going in on this Baron now. And red team's here to dispute it. Mundo's on his way over, but again, he's way over there. Blue team's gonna be able to take down this Baron. Down it goes. Shaco gets it. Now they turn onto the enemy. Caitlyn gets hit there by the Leona. The Leona ult hits Caitlyn and Shaco. The Gragas ult punts the Shaco back. Wow. You know what? Let's, yeah. That's a little bit too much. There we go. Leona goes in on the Caitlyn. The ult comes out from Leona onto Karthus and Caitlyn. Slows her down. Gragas ult comes out onto Karthus and Caitlyn. Caitlyn gets punted that way. And Karthus gets punted this way. Zhonya's immediately... Gragas turned and went in on the Caitlyn in the meantime to go ahead and finish her off using that jump there. And now the only ones left are the Mundo and the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is getting really low. Going to go ahead and flash over this wall to try to live. Riven jumps over with her shield to go ahead and try to survive this as well. They're turning back again onto Mundo. The flash comes out from Leona, who's going to go in on the Mundo. Lands it there. He gets rooted in place. He's getting really low. He's going to go down. But I think Cho'Gath may end up surviving this. There we go. In the meantime, the blue minions are just pushing like crazy up here. They take down one of the towers already. And they're going in on the second. Red minions have respawned, so this tower's not going to go down quite yet. But Gragas, Ezreal, Riven, and Leona are all on their way up here. Gragas has made it. He's going to start going in on this tower. Tower's got a couple hits left. It's going to go down. And I have a feeling this is going to end up being GG here. They're going in, going to take down that Cho'Gath, but we have respawns. So, Gragas gets pulled there from Blitzcrank, which means he dies, but not really because the Nexus goes down just before that last tick of the Nexus turret. So, he ends up surviving just barely. And that's going to be the end of this game. Very nicely played there by Voyboy on that Gragas. And yeah, that was actually very impressive. I like the animations on that. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.